Can you guess where I am right now? I'm not in Europe, not in Greece, not in Italy. In fact, I'm still right here on the home island of Taiwan. In fact, I'm on one of the smaller islands called Matsu, and the local granite is the main building material that gives this village its distinctive and unique look. But that's not the only feature that makes this island very special. Do you want to find out more? Follow me! I am Alana. I was born profoundly deaf, but that doesn't stop me from exploring new adventures. A strong environmentalist, I love spending time outdoors and trying delicious vegetarian food and playing with the animals. Join me as I discover more about Taiwan, including its offshore islands. Follow me! Beautiful music. Can I come in?
Yes.
谢谢你，谢谢。哇，这个说什么？
云记书斋。
哦，这个地方 interesting. Tell me a bit more about this place and what you do here.
我是马祖当地人。我家在这个岛上，是另外一个村庄。哦，我在这边是当老师，I'm teacher。
哦，老师。
所以在这个芹壁的隔壁租了这个房子，当自己的休闲空间呢，等于是跟大家一起分享的地方。
Now you mentioned that you're actually not from here. You relocated from another part of Matsu. Can you tell me a bit about this particular village, the background, and why is it called Qingbi?
有关芹壁这个名称哈，因为我们在芹壁村庄的外海去看的时候，它会透过那个乌龟岛，那乌龟岛很像我们以前稻草堆的意思。那以我们马祖话来说的话，它是一个芹仔的意思，芹仔就是 Kinyan 的意思，就是稻草堆的意思。然后这个房子又建在它的后壁上面，所以我们变成说芹壁是这样子说来的。
There's a group of artists working here in Matsu to preserve old villages. They chose to work in Qingbi because it's the most well-preserved place here. Therefore, it has attracted many tourists in recent years. I've only been here for a short time, but I noticed as I was walking that the architecture is completely different from other places in Taiwan. Can you tell me about why the architecture is different and the history behind it?
那我们芹壁这个地方的建筑大概是属于闽东式建筑，它的特色就是说基本上都是用石头切起来的。那有些石头是用花岗石，比较完整一点的。那有些是比较穷的一些人，他可能就是用那种一般的石头去叠的。内部里面大概都是用那个福州杉去支撑整个的架构，所以它的墙壁的东西其实它没有什么支撑力的。像这种房子，如果它久了之后，可能墙壁都先倒。靠近海边嘛，所以我们的窗户都比较小，光线又不够，那怎么办？就在屋顶上面开个天窗，增加它的亮度。
Here in Qingbi, the architecture is the most well-preserved, and the number of buildings preserved is also the highest. Other villages also have many Mindong-style buildings, but most of them have crumbled. Therefore, Qingbi has become one of the most popular tourist attraction sites in Matsu.
这边是我一般来说在这边学音乐的，这个是古筝，它声音非常的优美。你会吗？会。你要不要试试看？
不会。
播看就好。
现在可以。
要不要播？
要啊。 我是说边，but I will try. I will try.
你可以试着去拨一拨。
It's terrible playing.
音阶就是这样子拉下去。
So the thumb goes up.
慢慢的要，你跟他说，我稳得下去。
I'm deaf and even I can tell that sounds bad. Oh, okay. Well, I can do this part. 我可以这个。
这个用意是这样。啊。
哦，那个
左手是搭配用的。
How can you know which one? This one 这个吗？
知道吧？因为这个还要节奏那个。
It's like a very hard version of the memory game Simon, where all the notes sound the same to me, which is why I can't understand. Do you gotta do it?
So Alana, 3, 2, 1, go.
I got it.
Good.
还有什么？Finish. Alana. Anybody that has studied calligraphy knows that it looks effortless, but it really takes years of training to be able to master this art form. How long have you been practicing calligraphy for, Mr. Chen老师？
大概10年。
10年。
对。
What reignited your interest in calligraphy?
那以前是因为是学校交代的功课嘛。那不知道自己兴趣在哪里，那后来发现，觉得书法这个字体很美，所以你会发现，你去接触这个书法之后，后面的知识更多，都是一辈子学不完的东西。在写字的时候会很快的，有时候会写在扇子上面。如果游客有缘的话，也会送给游客。换你来写了，换你来写，教你写。
I can't do it.
试试看。
Okay, how do I do it? It's a special one.
试试看，没关系。
Can you help me? 可以帮我？ Yeah. We finished the chin. Finish. How's my first time?
很好，很好。
你帮我。I don't really fully understand what I'm doing, but I know that calligraphy requires specific angles, width, length. It's very specific art form.
可能要靠着写。
We can pretend to see water. This is mine, right? I want to learn more about calligraphy. You tell me what are some of the things that people need to know if they want to master calligraphy. What are some of the techniques?
真正写的时候，当然我们要做好啦，或者姿势要好，还是要有一基本的东西在，因为书法不是1天2天就可以的事情。写书法其实就是自己喜欢一件东西的时候，它会让你的生活很丰富了。我有一件事情，我可以去追寻，好像一个梦想的性质一样子的。最主要是自己快乐才是最重要的。我们这个村庄叫做后沃村，居民大概最早都是以打鱼为主。这边的建筑也是属于那种闽东式建筑。这个地方的神明，我们供奉的是阳公八十。他的传奇的故事里面是在整个华人的庙宇里面，唯一没有一个龙的图腾。
This is very interesting. Actually, Matsu is a collection of 5 islands, and right now we are on Beigang, which is actually one of the bigger of the 5 islands that make up Matsu. So we've just arrived at one of the most beautiful sections of the hiking path, and I'm already looking at the stairs. It's a stunning place, don't get me wrong, but the path is very narrow, it's very winding, and I'm looking at it. There are no fences or anything to hold on. That's not good news for someone like me who doesn't have balance. 啊，这是水果。
这个不是水果，这个是野生的爱玉，我们叫碧丽啊，这个可以吃的。
I just want to point out right now how narrow the path is, and straight down to the side there's no fences, and it's sheer cliff. And I've been told there's a very special rock at the end that we're going to get to see. Follow me?
最左边的地方，它有一个洞口，我们称为海狮洞，看日出非常的漂亮。
Extremely windy. There's rain coming down now. Is this normal in Matsu for the weather to change this crazy?
这个季节是正常的，因为今天是吹那个北风，所以比较冷。看到了，正前方这个地方就是我们的孔子像。下去的时候不要去抓这个绳子啊，好，怕是脚会脚会绊到，会摔到，然后就慢慢走，你重心要放低。
We go slowly, very steadily. Most important thing is safety. Then we're able to enjoy the Confucius Rock. 那边，
像不像？像不像？就这样看就很像，这样看就很像。这个是罗汉山，其实很多游客他到这边来，最主要是来看这个孔子像，但是有很多的游客哈。可能到上面之后就忘记下来，他觉得不像，所以我们看这孔子像要看他角度，所以在这个位置的角度看孔子像，它是最像的东西。那这个孔子像可以说是我们霍奥村庄的一个守护神，所以说我们霍奥村庄的老师比例特别高，所以它有特别的意义。
I think what you said makes sense because actually from a distance you can't really tell exactly how it is Confucius, but looking at it from here I can identify which angles is meant to represent Confucius and the symbol.
这个神明它是自然形成的，它在我们这个地方算是自然的守护神的感觉。
Now we're going to enlist the help of someone who's actually lived here for over 30 years. He knows this place really well and he's going to help us learn more about this beautiful, unique island on a deeper level. You want to meet him? Hello, I'm Mr. Law.
谢谢，欢迎来到马祖来玩。我是台湾人，我来当兵以后啊，就留在这个地方30几年。我老婆是马祖人，
你很喜欢马祖？
对，我很爱马祖。
I have actually heard that this village is called Bridge Village. Why is that?
因为我们这个地方所有的山河流有很多啊，小桥也很多，所以说我们这边的当地的居民把它取为桥仔。
Why are there so many temples here?
早期在清朝时代啊，我们这边的居民是来这边暂时性啊，因为都是做生意，靠神明的一种宗教信仰啊，庙就越来越多。对，在我们这边很漂亮哈。这个房子在清朝时代叫做5间行，这5户人家啊都是在那边做生意的啊，也有腌制那种鱼露。这个水池里面哈，它就是以前腌制那个鱼露的地方，所以说我们马祖鱼露很有名，就是这样来的。
挂环金奖。
来到马祖没有吃到这一家的美食啊，就等于白来我们北竿。
Hello. Introduce us to some special sweet potato golden dumpling. That's actually a special locality here, specifically in Matsu, and we're going to try some. Take a look. Different colors. So you can see these are 3 different types of sweet potato. Ooh, that's peanut. It's got a nice, subtly sweet, tangy flavor to it that complements the sweet potato and the green beans really nicely. Different surprise about the purple one. Oh, this is sesame. And the last flavor, the last surprise is red bean. 谢谢，谢谢你阿婆。
4乡舞蹈啊，我们北竿最好，洁净的海洋，空气没有受到任何的污染。
I had to show you this really cool traditional house right here in Matsu. It's actually 100 years old, maybe even older. The whole house surrounds 2 important ideals: function and family. I am standing in the center at where the guides are placed as well as where the ancestors are, which is the most important part. In front of me, stopping me from walking in, is this border, which is very, very common in traditional Chinese households. Now, when I walk over, I cannot touch it because it's a sign of respect. Also, of course, has some important function, like keeping bugs out, keeping the water away, or just separating the indoors from the outdoors. Now, as you can see, we have arrived at the center section of the house. On my left side is the next most important part, where usually the elders are the remaining family members. They stay on the right side of the house. And all of that is united by the entrance and exit of the house. This sky well is water coming from the sky, and this also serves the two purposes of family. The traditional house didn't always have electricity. There was sun coming through the sky well because the sun would provide light for all of these rooms. It also provided water, and it was raining. They could put their buckets out there, collect some water. Now it also serves as an important family because the family is united around the warmth and the sunlight, showing we are together as a family. Reminder every time the people leave and enter their homes. I am staring at a stunning view right now. Do you want to know where I am? I'm actually at the very southernmost part of the island of Bacon. Behind it, you can't see it right now, but all along this entire view surrounding us is China concaving around the shape of Bacon Island. And now I want to point out, I mentioned that on Snake Island, they don't actually have snake that was used to scare away Chinese soldiers in the past. In fact, when soldiers looked out at this stunning view, they saw beauty, but they also saw immediate danger. And it makes me very appreciative and very grateful, and for Mr. Law sharing this secret location with us. Now, the place that we're about to see, you can't find very many places with this kind of stunning scenery in the world. In fact, it's the only one in Taiwan, right here in Matsu.
这是跟船长啊，
你好，你好。蓝眼泪哈，它是自然现象哈。蓝眼泪季节大概是4到8月比较多。
This beautiful thing that makes the ocean light up like a disco, like Avatar. What is the blue or green or bright light?
蓝眼泪它基本上它是夜观虫哈，它不是藻类，它是吃夜观藻，所以说它受到低下以后才会发亮。好，它是为了防卫。好，当你有东西刺激它的时候，它才会亮。我不动，你什么都看不到。好，当我船一开，那个浪头去刺激它，它马上就会发亮。
Now, are you ready to see some blue tears? I know I am. Are you? Yeah. Yeah. Ready? 3, 2, 1, off. Woo! Woo! I'm extremely excited right now because as we're racing along the boat, we can see waves of this bioluminescent blue tears.
好，这唐老大照着浪哈，好，有浪头上面就会亮哈。哇！因为这边是最冷的，因为这边是回流区，船尾坡啊，各位注意看哈，1、2、3，哇！没有了哈，没有了，为什么？它受到刺激以后发亮，再一次发亮要2个小时哈。我们换个地方哈。所以说哈，你岸上看它亮不多，海上看我们会一直绕，一直绕，有新的蓝眼泪让你刺激。
When Mr. Chang was interacting with the blue tears, I couldn't help but be reminded of an artist in a studio took the net and he drew shapes in the water. He took the bucket and threw it onto the canvas of the ocean like an artist would onto the blank canvas, a piece of paint, and it lit up the ocean. Everything that Mr. Chang did in interacting with the blue tears, it reminded me of a painter in his studio, almost like virtual reality. It's always nice to step outside the main island of Taiwan and explore other lifestyles. And something that I've noticed about the locals here in Bagan is that they are very connected to their natural environment. And now I want to go and explore even more. On this side is Nangan Island. Are you interested? Follow me.
这个马祖这个 N 就是代表着我们马祖的是属于闽东的建筑的结构。一点那个就是代表着我们马祖的灿烂的太阳。A 啊，就代表着我们的神话之鸟，是全世界不到50只的黑嘴端蹦斗燕鸥。T 也代表着我们马祖的森林。S 啊，代表着我们马祖的洁净的海洋。U 啊，就代表着我们全马祖人摊开双手欢迎各位嘉宾来马祖来玩。